Listen to that. Who doesn't like that subtle flutter of a tremolo? It's great. So I picked up this guitar a couple days ago and was reminded of an old trick on making a tremolo return to pitch. And it's really as simple as using chapstick on the post. I know that sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But it made this bridge perfectly functional, like a new one. And at first, it did not. I mean, it was useless. I was going to replace this whole unit, and I don't have to be because of this thing. So here's the deal. Most tremolo tuning problems are actually problems with the nut and friction and the strings getting caught in the nut. So start with that. This guitar actually had both problems. It had sat for a long time. It was disgusting. It was gross. So on this LSR nut, it really was just blowing compressed air and getting the ball bearings rolling again with just like a toothpick, just something smooth to get them rolling. So once that was solved, it was clear as day that the bridge was not returning to pitch at all. And I've had this happen before, and so I knew what to do. I didn't think it would work though, and that's the cool part. And I searched YouTube, and I can't find another video about it. So I'm putting this out there in case anyone else is in the same situation. Basically, the gist of it is here. You've got a post. This is a old crappy Floyd Rose one, and some kind of knife edge that sits and rocks on it. This is a bad example. Is this post? This needs a really small post to actually work properly, so I can't demonstrate it. But all you do in this scenario is take like a toothpick or something, scrape off the top of the chapstick, and just get it in that point where the knife edge is going to sit on the bridge. Just a little, just glob some in there. It's not going to be perfect. That doesn't even matter. Just get a little bit in there to lubricate it. And I can abuse this thing, and it works perfect. And again, it totally brought this back. This one, I did have to take the bridge assembly off and just clean out the like the knife edges. I had to clean that really good and clean the post really good. That didn't fix it though. It was still all over the place. So yeah, I first read about this from an interview from Joe Satriani's tech and how well Chapstick works on making his bridges go back to tune. I thought this is BS, but I had on another guitar here. I wanted to try out one of the non-fine tuner Floyd bridges, which, by the way, this is a totally underrated bridge. It's fantastic. But when I put it on, it was useless. Like anytime you'd touch it, it just wouldn't go back to pitch. Sure enough, just a little bit of chapstick made this thing work perfect, and it's been rock solid for about 3-4 years now. And interestingly enough, after doing this, I went and dug up the old kind of documentation that came with this kind of era of Strat with this hardware. I had one of these, 20 years ago, and I've read the little booklet for it several times, but I have no memory of this. But basically, in Fender's own documentation, they say if you're having tuning problems, put chapstick on the post, which that's pretty cool. And I have no memory of that as a kid, and it's not something that gets talked about a lot. So anyway, I just wanted to put this out there just so it stays on people's radar and they know that you can bring back a bridge with just a little bit of that, little bit of this funk in there, and it goes a long way. One other thing, for bridges that work fine that I have, I'm not planning on going back and adding chapstick to them. I only use it when it's a problem, and I don't know, it's fantastic. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody. If you think this is wrong or there's a better way, I've seen some other people talk about using 3-in-1 oil. I could see how that would probably help as well. But yeah, let me know if there's other things out there that are better than chapstick and why that is. I would be interested to know. And with that, go fix your tremolos, because life's too short not to want to have that smooth flutter of a floating bridge.